Is that? Hello, everyone out there in the capital region of upstate New York with, at the center of it all, as always, the great city of Albany, New York. This is the Albany News Update Show, and I am your mellow host, Jonathan Madden. And with me, as far as I can tell, is Brian McKenzie. Hey, Brian, did you know that New York State authorized hemp farmers to grow cannabis for retail market? Yeah, man. It's like totally cool, man.
You're a total Bogart.
Is that? little smoky. Those hemp farmers and growing the cannabis. Hey, also, fun fact, did you know that Albany is actually the capital of New York?
Yes, I was aware.
I did not. I thought we were making that up to make ourselves seem more important than we are.
No.
But apparently it's true. We're like the capital of New York, so that's pretty cool.
It's been like that for a while.
Is that good? You still have smoke. It's a little too much smoke. Anyways, let's get into the local news while we try and not choke on all the smoke that's here.
Couldn't have one laced with fentanyl.
I didn't. It's pretty smoky. It's smoky here.
Oh,
all right. The Times-Union recently reported that no skid marks were left by a car in a Central Avenue wreck, per the Colony Police. Police attribute the lack of skid marks due to the car's lack of dairy and wheat gluten in its diet. Skid marks? Get it? No skid marks? All right. News 10 had a story about a man who stole a car from an 82-year-old woman. Come on now. Even people who haven't lived in Albany that long know that we only steal cars from women aged 75 and below. 75 and below. Even Albany's got to have its standards, Brian.
Well, when you steal from senior citizens' cars anyway, you get a 20-year-old car with 5,000 miles on it.
Well, I could see, but that's why we have a standard. A standard 75 and below. 82 is just wrong. It's not that we're condoning stealing cars from anybody.
Probably barely drove it anyway.
It's a joke. We're not condoning stealing cars from anybody. The Daily Gazette reported that a local ophthalmologist is suing a Wilton butcher shop manager for asking him to wear a mask. Part of the 39-page lawsuit accuses the butcher shop manager for practicing medicine without a license, just for being asked to put on a mask. Brian, I did not know we could do that. I'm going to sue the local famous footwear manager for suggesting the kind of sneaker I should buy. That's practicing podiatry without a license. Yeah? I'm going to sue my friend for telling me to take an aspirin when I need a headache. That's practicing pharmacology without a license. I'm going to sue everybody for anything.
Jonathan, I'm going to be the teacher here.
Yes.
You can be the pupil.
Yes.
Pupil.
A pupil.
Get it?
Ophthalmologist, pupil.
This is what you call a frivolous lawsuit.
I can't believe... I'm not even going to go there. Has to do with getting a medical degree.
Really butchered that story.
I did butcher it.
We're going to have to keep an eye on this in the coming weeks.
We'll have to keep an eye on it. It wasn't ophthalmologists. You're incorrigible. Again,
what the heck
incorrigible.
Kind of moron files a lawsuit like this?
Someone with way too much time on their hands.
Oh my God.
I'm torn between telling people to go to this guy's practice so that he doesn't have this much time, but I don't know if we should reward this type of behavior.
He's not going to have a practice.
I can believe it.
This story keeps making the rounds.
Check out the story in the comments if you want more information about it. So, without further ado, it's time in that show for the BMac Attack. BMac, with all that's going on in the world, you ready for this?
It's already time for the BMac Attack?
It's time for the BMac Attack. It was a short week. To put together stories.
That's true. It's been a tough week, too.
It has been a tough week.
I haven't been in the greatest mood. given the situation going on in the world, particularly in Ukraine.
Mm.
The action of this Putin fellow had me pretty bummed out. Our inflation here in the U.S. is sky high. The country is still politically divided. The pandemic is hanging on. I think I owe the IRS. And now Vladdy is threatening world peace by invading a free, democratic country in an attempt to rebuild his vision of what Russia should be, like it or not. I hate that guy.
Mm.
Hopefully the sanctions imposed on Putin will break him financially, but I doubt it will deter him. They'll probably hurt his people more so than he. I'm very angry at this situation. So I've enacted some measures of my own.
Do tell.
I'm banning Russian dressing from the dinner table. I'm going Thousand Island now.
Ooh.
Can barely tell them apart anyway.
That is true. That is true.
I'm starting an email campaign directed at Gary Bettman, the commissioner of the National Hockey League. Send all the Russian players back to Russia.
Back
I almost
to Russia.
called it the Soviet Union. Putin's trying to make it that again.
That he is.
Get rid of them all. Send them all back, including Ovechkin. He's on pace to break Wayne Gretzky's goal-scoring record.
Oh, he is.
Wayne Gretzky, the great one,
Yes.
has scored more goals than anybody in the National Hockey League.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that record should be kept here in North America.
I'm with
Because
you.
Wayne's Canadian. Married to an American, Janet Jones. I think she's American.
Does that count?
Yes, that counts. You know, Canada.
At least in North America. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. That'll hit Putin hard, by the way. He's a big hockey fan, big Ovechkin fan. Check out Ovechkin's Instagram page.
I saw Putin skate one time when he tripped over the carpet.
Yeah, everybody gets out of the way, and they let him score when they play hockey. Oh, let's see. What else? What else have I sanctioned? I'm starting an online petition to close the Russian tea room in New York City. Who drinks tea anyway? This isn't England.
That is true.
I'm throwing all off. Jesus.
It's
I'm so
okay. Calm
flustered.
down. Calm down.
So
It'll
flustered
be
by
okay.
this.
It'll be okay, Brian.
I'm throwing out all my tattoo CDs, my chess set, and my From Russia, From Love beta tape.
Oh, that's drastic.
I notice you still have your chess set upstairs. I'll expect to see that in the garbage.
I'll have to throw it out.
Yeah. Oh, these damn things.
What are those things anyways?
Made in China. I no longer follow Maria Sharapova on Instagram. That's a joke anyway. She's lived here for the past 20 years. She's more American than I am. She probably forgot to speak Russian. Unfollowed.
Harsh.
All right. In all seriousness, I hope the Ukrainian people stand tall and resist their Russian invaders. The most inspiring show of defiance I've seen in all this is when a Russian warship, I don't know if you heard this, a Russian warship confronted some soldiers on an island in the Black Sea.
Yes.
Snake Island.
Snake Island, you're correct.
Named after Putin.
I don't think that's correct, but...
And they said that they were going to blow them up if they didn't surrender.
The Russian Navy did, yes.
And in Russian, of course, the reply to the Russian warship was, "Go f*** yourselves."
We're going to need to censor again, but you get the gist.
Well, you're the censor, so
I'm-
I'll take care of it. The Russian soldiers, the Ukrainian soldiers were presumed dead, but I heard today that they're now alive.
Ah, good
So
news.
that's
Good news.
I don't think sanctions are going to be enough. I think the world's going to have to step up. The free world's going to have to step up. And I hope this situation gets resolved.
Same here.
And, humor is a good thing. We like to make light of things.
Yes.
That's a serious issue. Serious situation over there. And I hope it works out for the Ukrainian people.
Same here. Same here.
And did I mention Putin is garbage?
Yeah, you kind of said that in so many words, but yeah, totally not a cool guy.
Back to the
Totally not
news,
a cool
Jonathan.
guy. We will not have him. You know what? We'll never have him on our show either.
Is the smoke clearing in here?
I think it is.
Is that blunt wearing
I
off?
could see the teleprompter
Go to
more
church
clearly.
this morning, smoke a blunt in the afternoon. Why am I shouting? Probably because of these things.
I don't even know why you
my ears.
have them. What did you have them for?
Steve Jobs.
Okay.
Yeah, like he invented these anyway. Told a bunch of engineers to go into a room and make these.
But why do you have them?
I don't know. I thought I looked cool with them.
You totally look cool. You totally look cool.
I'm so worried about losing them. I don't even wear them.
You reminded me of like a poor man's Daft Punk, to be honest with you.
Daft Punk. Okay, what's that? That's like 15 years ago?
Well, they just broke up. They just broke up, though. So they've been...
Forgive me if I'm behind on my electronic music.
A little behind.
I did go see Tool last night in New Jersey.
Oh,
have you ever heard of them?
I believe so, yes. Yes, I have heard of Tool.
That's real music.
Yes, I heard of them 15 years ago.
Crowd was... The arena was packed.
I'm sure it was. It was probably the first thing people could do in 2 years. So
they didn't play Daft Punk songs.
They would go see anybody
concert.
they could get their hands on at this stage of the game.
Daft Punk.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We have some sad news. Anchor Jerry Gretzinger is leaving WNYT after more than 4 years at the station.
Say it isn't so.
I can say it isn't
I like
so,
Jerry.
but it's... Yeah, Jerry's a good guy. Jerry's a good guy. His departure follows a flurry of high-profile on-air departures, including Asa Stackel, Jim Cambrick, Karen Tarachi, and everyone's favorite health reporter, Benita Zahn.
Wait, Benita Zahn left?
Benita Zahn left?
No way.
Are you being sarcastic?
My wife and I saw Benita Zahn in a restaurant once.
Okay.
And I said to my wife, I go, that's Benita Zahn over there.
You did?
And my wife turned and looked at her, and Benita winked at us.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Story.
Wow. Wow.
Maybe she retired.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think she went into another profession, much like Jerry's doing.
That's a lot of people leaving.
That's a lot of people. Hey, Brian, what's that over there? WNYT. Call me. Oh no, I didn't see anything.
What are you doing?
Oh, nothing. Now, you know who is still there? The stalwart of WNYT. Yes, Bob Kovacic.
Dinosaur.
He's like the Queen Elizabeth of Capital Region meteorologists. He's never going away. He's going to be there forever.
When they were doing the weather when he started, they were still using charts and protractors and...
I'm sure they were.
Sundials.
And he's still there. He's never going
Everybody's leaving because Bob's probably pulling mid-sixes and there's no money left for anybody.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't know how much a meteorologist makes, but we'll have to ask him sometime. Maybe he could be on the show.
And Bob, trim the hair. Jeez.
Bob, don't you mess with Bob. Hey, don't you mess with Bob. Bob is an icon. I love Bob. Bob, you keep on being you.
I like Bob.
You keep on... Well, it doesn't sound like it. I think you should apologize to him right now.
I like LaPointe, too.
But you didn't say anything negative about LaPointe.
And the guy with the dogs. He's good. You know, always rescuing the dogs. What's his name?
Gray hair.
Steve
Caparizzo.
Silver-haired.
Steve Caparizzo.
Yeah.
Steve Caparizzo.
Hey, is it a prerequisite for a meteorologist to have a name that is not Smith?
Maybe just in the capital region. Just in the capital region.
Get a name we can pronounce.
And last but not least, a 47-year-old woman from Albany was arrested for suspicion of DWI after smelling of alcohol and failing a field sobriety test. Didn't we just do a story about this on the train tracks? Our first show? Anyways. Was she pulled over for driving erratically? No. Did she go through a DWI checkpoint? No. This woman just happened to rear-end two state troopers as they were stopped at a traffic light. How do you rear-end two state troopers? I can see one. How do you rear-end two state troopers?
One was driving, and the other one was in the...
Oh, so it was one car. I thought it was two state trooper vehicles. There was one car, two state trooper. I didn't read the story in that much detail. Anyways, for those of you that choose to drink...
You know what this is?
It's a phone?
This is WNYT not calling.
Oh, man. You weren't supposed to hear that. I was supposed to distract you from the thing over there. So, for those of you that drink and choose to drive, are you paying attention to the news? Do you see how many stories there are about this happening? We just did one 3 episodes ago about the train tracks and the car getting hit. Do you watch the news? Do you read the papers? Just stop it. Stop it now. Call an Uber, a Lyft, a friend. You do not want to end up on a news. Trust us.
I thought you were mellow. What is...
I'm sorry. I'm getting that gets me. I don't. But people could die.
Calm the F down.
People could die.
We didn't even do the story about the lady that drove into the church.
That is true. That is true. We had to cut that out.
You
from the
shelved
last.
that story. That was my story, folks.
It was another drunk driving.
I had
occurrence.
more puns than that, baby.
We're pressed for time. We're pressed for time. We're pressed for time. Thank you, everyone, for joining us once again.
My stories get scrapped.
On the Albany News Update Show. Stay tuned for our next episode. Meanwhile, please support the local news. Subscribe to the newspapers. Watch TV. Go online. Listen to our local radio stations. Please keep up to date with what's happening locally. I know it's all about national stuff, but it's important that we keep an eye on what's happening around us and what affects us in our lives. Let's go ahead and keep on making a positive difference. Good night. Good luck.
What?
Is it still? I don't know. I haven't figured out a catchphrase yet. I'm still working on it.